This is Mech 444 Machine Vision. This is the part detection challenge. This is my code right here. These are the imports. These are the sensor settings. This is a variable for a function. This is a list that contains all the parts. Oh, sorry, this is a dictionary that contains all the parts. This is determine deviation. So what this does is it takes two images and returns the difference between the two images as an integer. This is determine color. This is what I use to determine color. This is determine shape. This is what I use to determine the shape. Let's go down. There you go. This is what I use to determine shape. Determine size. This is for determining the size. Those are thresholds for determine finish. Right there. That's determine finish. And this is print count, which basically just prints the items in the it prints the key value pairs in the parts dictionary if their value is greater than 1. And this is my main code right here. So this is the current image, and it uses the current image and the last image, which is the image that we set up above, to determine deviation. And if the deviation is less than 10, then it will continue, which means it will just skip all this and go back up the top of the loop, and it will just continue doing that over and over again until deviation is greater than 10. And once deviation is greater than 10, then it will wait 10 seconds, which is to allow time for me to put my items in there, or to change the parts in there. And then it will then do this. Makes another image, and then it uses the image to determine the color. And then for shape, it uses the image and the color, which we got from here. And then for size, it uses the image, color, and shape, which we got from up here. And then for finish, it uses the image, the color, and the size, which, as you can see, are variables up here. And then at the end of this, it will just put all these together, and it'll make a string out of it, and then use that to update the list. And then after that, it'll print the count, and then it'll set a new image as the default image that it'll use to determine deviation with. Alright, next I'm going to show you how this works. So if I were to, so this is my setup right here. It uses the panel light, and the part will go right there, as you can see, right here. This is where the part will go. And these are the parts that I'll be testing it with. And so let's just start the code. So there. As you can see, it started, but nothing's happening. That's because it is currently stuck in between these 3 lines. It's just going over and over again between these 3 lines until I were to grab a part, put my hand in there, put that in there like that, and then if you go up here, you can see it's texting the change, and it will print the part. So glossy black circle. That's what's there. And then if I were to change the part, right there, you can see it's in there, and there. And it has seen that it is a matte black circle. And show you it again. This time it is with a small matte black square, as you can see right there. And wait for the program grabber to update. It is updated, and it is said that it is a small matte black square. Okay, so there is currently an issue with this code, though, is that it cannot determine the difference between whites. So it can figure out the shape, it can figure out the size, it can figure out the color, but it can't determine the finish. So as you can see right there, it determined that it is a white, but it says that it is a glossy white circle. And this time, it actually is a glossy white circle, but if I were to put the matte white circle in there, so this is the glossy one, this one's the matte one, put the matte one in there like that, and as you see, it gives it out as a glossy white. So besides the finishes for whites, everything else is working great. All right, thank you for watching.